there. Burna Boy is in the conversation, and people were bashing him because of an utterance he made in an interview. According to Burna Boy, well, we the diasporans or we the Black Americans in America, we don't come down to Ghana here or Africa basically to get to know ourselves and know where we come from. But because we've gotten ourselves in the American space where we all know how lavish and luxurious, the diasporan state and demography looks like. So when people find themselves in that space, they don't want to come down here to look after where they're coming from. But never forget that home is always sweet, and home sweet home. And after Davido made it, Burna Boy made his utterance, well, these Black Americans who were supposed to support Burna Boy for that utterance were actually bashing him. They were berating him for making that statement that is it by force to come to Africa? We don't want to come. We like where we are and all of that. Like, excuse you.
Excuse us.
A black fighting for black domination, and you guys don't really understand what he's saying.
You don't understand what's going on.
I feel pain when people are just being delusional and they don't want to be intellectual and little to understand what people say out there. First of all, guys, let's take a look at this video. We'll be right back.
I'm here with a man himself, the African giant Burna Boy, and I want to ask you, why is it important that the diaspora come home?
You know why? Okay, let's use America for example, right? Because we can use anywhere. But let's just use America, right? Why do you think the Chinese American, has their respect, and they don't go through the things that African Americans go through? Even though they might go through their struggles, I'm not taking anything away from them, but they don't go through what the African American goes through. You know why? Because the Chinese American has a base. He actually knows where he's from in China.
Right. And they have support from the Chinese government.
You understand? Like the Italian American.
They have Italy.
They know where their grandparents came from in Italy before. They know the first person in their family to come to America to start that line that made them Italian American. They know. You understand what I'm saying? The same goes for everyone else except the African American. You understand what I'm saying to you? So how can an African American and an Italian American be on the same?
You know, I was enjoying the Ghanaian music.
Thank you. Easy song in there. As soon as I just want to get it. And then some contemporary one too. Ghana, we did everywhere. And that is beautiful to know too. But what do you make of what he said? Is he actually saying the rightful words or he didn't say it well?
Well, although it wasn't really clear, but I heard that he was saying that we don't know where you are coming from. Then definitely you don't know where you are going to. And so as a human being, you need to be identified by something. We all know that, yes, some people are born fortunate to be, or they are fortunate enough to be born outside. And if you are not careful, that's when you end up not knowing where exactly you are coming from. But if you are able to identify your roots, then that's how come you'll be able to tell the story, or you're able to cherish whatever you have. You understand? So please, let us all try our best. Forget those who are insulting him and saying all those things about him. But hey, he has a point.
He does have a point. And he having a point, this is what he replied to those people with. So let's check this post out.
Alright, so Burna Boy Graham, he says it's sad to see that in 2023 there are still such black people who would prefer we stay divided and conquered. Maybe it's my accent or something, but I never said you are African and not American. I also did not say Africa is part of heaven. You deserve all the land and reparations you want from America, and I'm 100% in support of that. All I've ever done is try to make you understand that you have Africa too that loves you, and I believe coming together as brothers and sisters is the only way forward for us black people worldwide. You work against the progress of our people worldwide if your goal is to keep us divided. Yes, indeed.
So before we can become better people as Africans, we need to love ourselves first. And when we love ourselves, we need to cherish ourselves. When we cherish ourselves, that is where the support for each other comes in. And when we support each other, before you realize, we all blow, we become bigger and better people. And that is how Africa can progress and become better. So it starts from us. If we love, cherish, and support this African that we're all trying to move away to go to the diaspora, it will become better if we help each other. That's how we close the curtains on